stop for it. Check this out. Man. Dang. Just right. Beautiful. Times like this just takes me out of the mood to look at a bunch of boulders. I'm just trying to find an easier way to get around. We're not there yet. We're not. What the heck do I get myself into? That was fun. That was good for today. That was good for us. I definitely needed that one. For sure, though. Luckily, it wasn't the camera lens. I would have been really pissed. I've known about this one for years, though. There's no secret to this with all the hikers that come out here. The things that make no sense on how it got out here. I know it was back in the tree cutting days. They just came out here and dumped things out. And it just ended up where it was going to end up. Where it's never going to be moved unless you had a crane or something out here. I wonder if I'm strong enough to roll that. But I can't touch it. You're right. I can't touch it. It's federal property. That thing's been here before the feds took over and turned it into a beautiful heaven out here. Their own heaven. Man. Gorgeous. I guess today's just going to be a hiking day. I still want to go look at those boulders, though. Oh, yeah. I'm strong enough, all right. Yeah, definitely. And that was just with the leg. It smells like an apple orchard up here. It does. Reminds me of the good old days. Well, every day like this reminds me of the good old days. Because everything in my life, I'm trying to make everything a good old day. A good new day. Oops, don't fall. Boy, we're going to have some good experiences today. As long as we can see something, right? Look at the size of that hill. I think I might have covered a good distance out here in these areas, but there's some places I just never had time to cut through, I'm smelling it. I know I'm over the top. I guess they're trying to remind me that they want something back. They want something back out here. The thing in my right pocket. Gotta find a cool place for it though. Oh, here's part of the pipe. So they rolled it down the hill. That's exactly what they did. They rolled it down the hill and this one just busted. They rolled it down the hill. Wonder where the tractor tires are out here. Man, I'm looking for a good spot though. Like I told you a little bit earlier, it smells like an apple orchard out here. What is it with the balloons though? The blue ones. I keep running across the metallic balloons. The blue ones. Wonder what that says. Wonder what kind of message this one has on it. No snake. Good. Oh, it's got a handwritten message. Check it out. I've never found one with a handwritten message on it though. I don't know if I can read it. I am so thankful and grateful for what? For this money? This money that we came from my family, I think it says. Family Financial Services. I'm so thankful and grateful for this money we received. Something. It's worn away. Different kind of desire. I was hoping it was going to say, I'm so thankful and grateful for this land out here. That's what I thought it was going to say. Talk about desire. If I had a Sharpie with me, I would mark out the last few words and just write in what I was hoping it was going to say. That would have been a good idea. I know the ones out here would definitely appreciate the love. I know that for a fact. Better hurry up. Only got 4 hours to examine a bunch of boulders and just chill. Look around. Touch them in a different way. Like I never touched them before. No pun intended. Oh, we're not there yet. Dang it. I'm trying to get on top so I can go down. Beautiful out here. No wonder the natives loved it out here. But they left it all over the place. So many places like this, you can never even cover it. Oh, I've been up here before. I have. Just cutting through, not really looking at anything. I mean, look at that sitting spot. That's a cool sitting spot right there. See, I don't know if the farmers out here, when they used to either farm the land or cut the timber down and stuff like that, I don't know if they place these here or not. Like they just piled it up, you know? I don't know that. Some places you can tell that's what they did. In places that are accessible. I think there's a few places out here that have those giant tractor tires just stuck in the woods. But one thing gets me about places like this, look how high we are though. And we come across these rounded off rocks. Like so. I mean, I don't know how much it takes, how long it takes to, smooth out the rocks like that, round them down with the waters of eternity. You're going to say it probably takes only about 75 years to smooth it off a little bit, smooth off the edges. But what if they were carried up here? I have a theory about those rounded off rocks that we come across all the time out here. Like you explorers, you hikers out here come across them all the time. 25 feet above the water. Even on the trails and stuff, you see them. And I had an idea. Maybe they just, maybe these rounded off rocks were just collected by the Forestry Service. No. The people who cut down all the trees and stuff. Maybe they just collected them and just threw them out here to use as traction, you know. Like all these little cobbles. All these rocks and stuff. Maybe they just threw it out here for traction. And that's how they ended up in places like this. You know, like the rocks, the pebbles and stuff you find at Home Depot in those bags. What if it was just used for traction? And the waters really weren't this high? Because that would be something incredibly amazing to imagine, to think about. That the waters were this high. Tens of thousands of years ago. Millions of years ago. Truth is out here somewhere. See, check it out. Here's an accessible trail right here. Look at the double grooves where tractors came down. That's quite the incline right here. Getting closer. Because it's getting steeper over here. I'm just trying to have some adventure today. I know slipping and falling on some wet rock with some leaves on it is not adventure enough for me. But I know you're telling me, Da Vinci, you better keep a lookout. They're probably trying to tell you something right up in here. What I'm trying to look at today. I don't need to be slipping off some giant boulders 65 feet high. Ain't that the truth? But I gotta make time for the thing in my right pocket. Something I found. Gotta find a place for it though. What the heck? How does something like this get out here? Perfect spot. A lot of sunshine. Especially right here. I think a trail cuts across right here. I see it dip in the landscape. No wonder all the garbage up here. Yeah, I know, I came all the way up here just to plant an apple. Give it a chance at life, I guess. Trying to find the right spot. Huh? Imagine finding an apple tree up here 112 years from now. As you cut across the trail. Give some food for the wildlife. Keeps giving back. Yeah, I found it in a gutter last night. When I was out at Vickery Creek State Park, I was getting ready to pull out, and a car next to me pulled out first, exposing what needed to be saved. Of course I felt bad for it. Someone just threw an apple in the gutter like it was nothing. But it's always going to be something out here. No, I'm not going to bury it. I'm just going to sit it there. I know some wildlife is going to come by and eat it, which is going to expose the seeds at the perfect time. And then the seeds get buried naturally. And let's hope a tree is going to grow. Wouldn't that be something? Got to give everything a chance at life, right? Oh crap. Is that what I think it is? Get a load of this. Look what I just stumbled upon. What the heck? Dang. Reference picture for real. Talk about making a big discovery. Now, if that isn't cool, I don't know what is. The tree trunk, the root is growing around the rock and holding on to it. Imagine how it'd feel if that was a triangle. Man. Here we go. About dang time. An hour and 45 minutes later, I made it to the first one. Haven't really explored these rock formations. Never really looked at them too deeply. I've cut across on the top really quickly when I was trying to rush out here several years ago. But I never took the time to trace the lines. Like I always do with everything. Every time I go explore something, I have to trace the lines while looking at it. I know a lot of people climb all over these things. Could be wildlife, people coming around here, that kind of thing. At least they took the time to look at them and experience them, unlike myself. It's like something about tracing the lines, though. With my eyes, can't trace them with my hands. You know the natives are out here. I mean, how could they not be? Look at that. This might be the spot where the glaciers move through. The level of it. I mean, look at those striations right there. Those horizontal lines. And it's at a slope. Creating a large river, much larger than what you're looking at today. Very nice indeed. Wonder if the natives ever had any carvings out here, though. Be nice to know. I mean, it's gorgeous out here, right next to the trail. Always like coming around looking at it. Crazy bud. It's hard to carry the gallon with me all the time, though. Gotta be hands-free. Hope you like my little amateur exploring videos. I know they're not much. You're going to tell me, don't lose my balance. I know there could be a snake under here. Very cool indeed. I don't know what broke off or what though. Maybe just the insides right here just broke off when the water trickled down when it was freezing back in the Ice Age. And the water's just gradually pushed it all out. Like that. Always have to look at stuff like that though. Try to understand how the Pangea pieces broke off. Did this break off and flip backwards? Or did this piece break off? And it was like a cave underneath. Like an overhang. And this just broke off. Before the glaciers moved out. Before they moved in. Very beautiful place. A lot of magic out here. A different kind of magic. Real magic, not fake. Wonder if the natives are still out here. You know the spirit of it all. Them. I can picture one sitting right there. A few of them. Standing there. Overlooking things. 7,210 years ago. Wonder where everybody went. Wonder where everything went. It's impossible for it all to be gone, you know? It is. I mean, think about your societies today. I know I'm not a religious person, but it's almost like, you know, things that they made that belong to nature. That nature owned. The stuff that was given to them, you know. That they lived off of. Nothing was synthetic. Everything went back to it. Everything's deep underground. Even their bodies. Wherever they might be out here. Everything goes back to it. And everything now is non-existent, but it still exists. Granddaddy Longlegs chilling. Went under the leaf. I mean, just like now, I'm just thinking about imagining the time back then. $10,000 years ago. A little bit later, out here. Gotta respect the time and everything else. Gotta think about it. Gotta imagine it still being here. I mean, they looked at the same rocks just like this. They looked at these same exact rocks. They had thoughts, they had ideas. They saw things, they touched it all. Same way I'm doing right now. Things change over time though. These things were a lot bigger. Things just fell off, broke off. Over time, due to freezing, the weather. Just a scary thought. It's almost like the only thing that keeps moving is the life itself. And we're looking at the same things that have been here forever. It's kind of invigorating in a different way. About to go stand on that rock, sit on it. Same way they did a long time ago. It's almost like you're putting them back, you know. It's almost like you're giving them that chance to live through you. When you go back in time in a different way. That's why I do things like this. Because I believe that the ones who haven't come back yet, the ones who have chosen not to come back, or haven't been given the chance to come back, they always try to seek life in a different way. And you have to be there to support it. Wonder what this place will look like if the waters are flowing hardcore through here. Got some red paint here. Someone came up here 30 years ago and painted on it. Oh, it's probably just, yes, a name or something. Can't read it though. Not legible. It's almost like every time you take a step where they once walked, they're walking right there with you as a part of you. As you're connected to it. As they were a long time ago. Because they were once human. That's what humans are. That's what humans do. It's amazing how quickly time passes by when you have a clock. Something that counts time up, counts it down. Up and down at the same time. Imagine how much time you have when you don't have a clock. $14,000 years ago. Probably only 8,832 years ago. What did they see? What did they love? Who did they love? What did they look like? Where did they go? How deep was the river? How shallow was it? Where's the house? Where's the wife? The kids? The brother? The aunt? The bones? The brain? The shoes? The leather outfits? The fur? The foot-long spear tips? The pipes? Stone tools? The graves? Their lives? Beautiful. Just gorgeous. What a perfect chill spot. Look how steep that is. You're going to say you need to be careful. I'm trying to. They know how heavily I think everything is. Any rocks with side profiles? They probably started doing that thing 10,000 years ago. Man, look at that. It's going to be much brighter in the wintertime, though, because there's no leaves on the trees to obstruct the sunlight. Safe place for them a long time ago. An extremely safe place. Well, when it comes to being high above the waters, looking around, being safe from other things. That just goes straight down, guys. I'm so glad I came out here to finally do something like this. Let's hope I don't, drop off the face. Oop, better look around. They're probably trying to speak through me, tell me there's a face out here. The face of nature. I don't understand though. It's like, who are the ones that speak English in the videos? The ones that speak the truth when it comes to the ancients? I got a very powerful EVP at Stone Mountain. In one of my first videos out there, I was going through and redoing my videos. And I was standing in this spot. And it sounded like someone was chanting. I was standing on the side of the mountain. Nowhere near any kind of crowd. I was on the southwest side. I'm not going to tell you what I think that was. I'm not. You'll just have to use your imagination to try to come to a conclusion what it was. But it wasn't the natives. It wasn't. It was somebody else a lot later. Let's say between 1860 and 1930. But I got a very powerful EVP. They sounded like they were from a different country. But I heard chanting, like singing of songs and stuff. When I was standing in one spot, someone spoke up and said, "I'm free." Chanting and singing, and then someone's like standing right next to me. It felt like it. It sounded like it. As clear as a bell, someone said, "I'm free." Talk about a very powerful EVP. But what do they mean by free? By the sounds of the voice, the accent. I think I know who it was. Not the person, but I know where they came from and what they used to be. Something about being free. The natives out here were so free, it wasn't even funny. But there was a group of humans in the United States who wasn't so free. At least they're free now. At least they were free a long time ago. And the good thing is that they're still free. Even the ones that were around a long time ago know that they're still free. And they're so happy that they're free. Dang, we're high. We're up in the trees. What do you think that is? 44 feet? Hope you enjoy these little adventure videos. But like I told you before, it's not much of an adventure unless you run from the cops. Well, if you're doing something fun. Yeah, I've been frisked before when I was younger, doing some urban exploring. Try to run from the cops. And they cut me off at a main street. I think I was about maybe 15 or something like that. And I was dumpster diving, doing some urban exploring late at night, and someone called in on me. And I was trying to run as fast as I could, pockets full of stuff. Stuff I found in a dumpster. And I was trying to cut down this grassy place towards the main road to get back home. And they came down the hill, 2 cars, and cut me off. Of course they let me go. I had to tell them the truth though. I'm a truth teller. I always tell the truth. And yeah, so they were, asking me all the kind of stuff, pulling things out of the pocket, asking me what I was doing. And I just told them the truth. And of course I was let go. Yeah. Cool. I can't go any further right here. Talk about life or death. Joro's blocking the way. I'm not about to take his house. Gotta respect. There it is again. Maybe the rocks are rumbling. Maybe that. There it is. Now they went behind me. Maybe the rocks are rumbling. And that's what I'm hearing. They're challenging us. Look at that. Gatorade bottle right on the freaking edge. There's only one way to get it. And that's to hang off with a rope. Let me find a stick to knock it down. I'll pick it up on the way out. ladies and gentlemen. I mean, if I had a lawn chair, I'd be sitting up here all day. But I had to quit drinking again for a little while. You're going to say, what about the good? What about the good stuff, boy? You talk about being high. Look at the size of that hornet's nest. Dang. Look how high they are above the ground. You talk about being safe. So you got to keep a lookout. But look at me. Like I told you, like the spirit of the natives always try to find a way to get you. I bet they're talking up a storm. Look at this. Look at this staff I got. Extra long. It's like I'm hunting. I don't think I can reach it though, unless I lean down, which I ain't going to do that. I don't think I can reach it though. I mean, look how close we are. No chance. Dang it. Don't ask. But they are definitely highly gifted out here. Highly skilled. I even heard it hit the ground. Of course I'm climbing it. It's the adventurous way to do things, as carefully as possible. It's how it built the mind, the soul, the memory. Can't always do things normal. Oh, look at that tree right there, though. It's level to the horizon. Unlike other things, if you know what I mean. Dang, that's like the third tree I've come across in nature. Like one at Stone Mountain next to the highway. Third tree that I came across where it was pulled down perfectly 90 degrees level. Huh. Very interesting. I don't want to say this the wrong way, but I was hoping that the natives were smart enough, which I'm sure they were. I'm hoping that they were smart enough to, put some carvings out here, to carve stuff in the rocks, to realize their artistic abilities. Like some animals, maybe themselves, their family. Giant beavers, bears, anything, fish. And I know out here, not too far from here, one of them spoke up on camera one time when I was shooting a video, and they said, look at the big rock A rock that I've already discovered over there by Level Creek, the mouth of the Chattahoochee, the one that's got the fish carving on it. Looks like the layout of the land, a map to something. Maybe just a diagram with arrows all over the place on it. And I'm yet to go back because it's such a long walk to get out there. Boy, wouldn't the archaeologists love to see that rock. You got to get a crane to get it, guys. Now you do. Pull it out of the bank. The only thing holding me back is I'm worried that the water is going up and down out here. I pulled it even further down, face first, so you'll never see it. That's a crying shame. It was pulled down about another 15 degrees last time I went out there a couple of years ago. From the very first time I discovered it. But I knew it was going to be pulled down because of the waters from the Chattahoochee leaching into Level Creek. At least I saw it. At least somebody saw it. Because now it's been documented that something exists on the boulder. Unmistakable. Even the fish looks like a baby shark. The things that we discover because of the curiosity and the desire to do so. I hope somebody else saw it though, but it was either on the land at the Bears Creek and it was dumped out there by a humongous dump truck with all the other boulders and stuff. Maybe it was there ever since, at that one spot, like a map to point you in the direction of where to go to find fish, wildlife. This is only one part of the place I plan to cover. I was about to say recover. Dang. I think I've been up here before, just like everybody else. You gotta climb up this way. I just took the backwards way. I'll tell you one thing though, it feels nice just to cover a small distance and be so close to the parking location where I can get out of here in less than 20 minutes. I don't have to walk 3 miles. But there's nothing wrong with walking 3 miles at the last minute. Jogging 3 miles. Yeah, you can picture the Native Americans out here standing on top of that thing, sitting under here. Hold on, let me finish my amateurness. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been up here. I mean, see, this is what I'm talking about. What caused this? Earthquakes. What was it? Humans' influence. The one influence I do not like is the modern humans blasting things away. That's not the way to do it. You have to let nature take its course to expose many things when the time is right. Because when you force it, you'll miss the truth. And I know that for a fact. It's almost like I don't want to leave. It's like it's holding me here. Why does this happen? It almost makes me feel like they're trying to tell me this is my home. And not the home I live at. Earth is the home. This place is the home. Wish you would think about it like that. You would save everything considerably. If you think of Earth as your home and not the box you live in. earth is your home. Got a different answer on the Chattahoochee years ago, when it seems like Giorgio Vasari paid a visit, said they were going to tell me something about me releasing drawings of canals. Man, that's when it all started, guys. When I kept getting answers like that in my videos, going out and just trying to talk because I felt something about myself. No pun intended. And I was just going out, constantly asking questions. But this one answer I got, when they were talking about cleaning up heaven, cleaning things, and they said, start with your house. Start with your house. They told me to go back to your house. Well, it was my uncle's house at the time I was still in school, summer 2017. They said start with your house, but it wasn't my house. Cool little spot. There we go. Perfect spot. Even goes in deep. Hold on. There we go. It's going to be there for a few thousand years maybe. It's going to take a while for the ice to break this one off. I ain't going to say anything about earthquakes. God's crazy. Don't wish for that to happen. For something to be exposed. Time to take some selfies. I wish. Perfect rock to leave a carving. From 4,000 years ago. But where is it? One thing I didn't want to forget. Gotta get the garbage out of here. See you in the next video.